Hey there, it's Five. We're checking out Gripe. This is a game I've not played before. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. We got the game page open here. This is Gripe Demo. WASD or arrows to move, control or mouse 1 to jump, collect all the cards. Bonus scores collecting all 52 for sequential numbers and sets of the same number. There are bugs literally and figuratively and a few loud noises in this build. My sincere apologies for that. Otherwise, please enjoy and leave any comments and constructive criticism here or forward to Mimic on Discord. Alright, we're going to jump into the game here. Don't know what to expect from this. It says something about collecting cards. I don't know, we'll find out. I will say I kind of love the how NES the opening screen is here. I've not seen anything past the screen. Alright, very cool. It when you press an input up or down, it kind of repeats pretty quickly, so it's easy to like move twice when you just want to move once. So that's mildly annoying, but looks like we have a little description at the bottom. At the top, game A, it says a designed challenge, and game B says cards and level progression are randomized. Sorry, the words are kind of so big across as close as I'm sitting to the screen. It's a little weird to read. So we got random and design, high scores. What were the buttons again? C. Check that real quick again. Control or mouse 1 to jump. Okay. I don't know if the gamepad's supported. I've got that plugged in. Xbox controller looks like it works for moving in the menu at least. The dead zone seems really quite small. It's probably too small. I don't know if this is... Looks like the A button worked on the gamepad. But it looks like it's just moving and jumping, right? My mouse cursor is on the screen here. Oh, is this timed? Okay, so the gamepad appears to work. Whoa. Alright, lots of inertia on the movement. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, so the dead zone... Can I pause? Escape? Alright, doesn't look like there's a pause. I don't think there's time going by or anything, so hopefully that's fine. The D-pad doesn't work currently. It's like we can hold jump to stay in the air longer. You really start to float a while at the top there. Very floaty. But yeah, so almost no dead zone on the stick. It's probably like 0.1 or something. So I would crank that down to like 0.4. I mean, that would be crank it up. I would crank that up to 0.4, which, in my opinion, is a good spot for a thumbstick dead zone. And it's very binary, so it doesn't have like analog input, so it feels kind of weird if you push the stick just a little bit and you start going zooming. But that's it's probably better for this kind of game to not have the analog. You know, you don't want to run slower when you press the stick a little bit in this kind of game usually. But yeah, dead zone would be nice. I don't know how playable it's going to be with the gamepad. I guess I'm probably going to prefer it over the keyboard anyways. I assume it's just jumping and left and right. So yeah, talking about the controls of it, usually I tend to prefer a lot less inertia than this for platforming. The jump is also very floaty. So I tend to prefer these things to be a little snappier, so the jump may be going up and down a little faster, a bit more gravity, and being able to hit your max speed sooner, less inertia, in my opinion, is usually better. I mean, obviously you have like the Marios. Kind of depends. If this is more about just jumping, maybe it's not so bad. A lot of games have like, you know, you're platforming, but you're also doing like attacks, like you might have like a sword or something, and doing these melee attacks and different things. And I think maybe for action games, it's maybe a little more important to have not too much inertia, but for just running and jumping, sometimes this can work good. Looks like we can actually jump through these platforms. I wonder... Oh, gosh. I moved way faster than I thought I was going to. That's interesting. So you do pick up like a lot of speed eventually. So the colliders on those seem a little bit... Stage clear! End of demo. Okay. That seems quite buggy. So yeah, that part where I just kind of flew sideways into the spikes and got surprised. I'm not sure. Maybe it was something to do with the dead zone being so small that I was still doing input when I didn't think I was or something. That was pretty weird. This 3 does it just... Oh, I can pick that up. Oh, is that a card? Guys, 3. I'm supposed to get the cards. Okay, so those are cards, and then there's bullets. It's hard to judge how far you can jump, but it's really, like, really floaty, so you can go pretty far. Right, and then I don't know what that blinking thing is. Looks like it's going to disappear on me, I guess. So yeah, I guess we get... That's kind of silly, because, oh, I can jump after I died. It's a bit hard to judge if you can make a jump or not. Didn't I jump up here before? Oh, I jumped to the right, I see. Went over here, and then... Here, it kind of looks like if you hold A, you can make it up there, but you can't quite, so I ended up falling into that bullet. I don't know what you're... Oh, what the heck? How did I... Do you jump higher if you're moving or something? Oh, alright, so I think I pressed jump too late there. Yeah, okay, so it feels like you don't have the so-called coyote time. Stage clear again. So I guess if you run out of lives, it's a stage clear. Coyote time or ledge forgiveness, wherein if you press jump just a little too late after you run off a ledge, it still gives you the jump. That's a great thing for platformers to just make it feel nicer, a little more forgiving. It's really easy to misjudge that kind of thing, where you're always trying to kind of maximize, so you just wait until you're right at the end of the platform and then jump. Not always, but a lot of times you try and do that kind of thing, and it's really easy to just be like a frame or two too late, and then you just don't get your jump and you die. So it's really nice if you can kind of avoid that. Looks like you can press jump and then let go, and then press and hold it again. Oh my gosh, you actually get a little float. It's sort of like... I see. Okay, so it's sort of like Yoshi, I guess, on Yoshi's Island. Okay, so I would suggest having some kind of a feedback showing you when you're going into this floaty state, because I thought this was all just part of the jump. But apparently it's like a separate action where you hold A while you're in the air. It actually does a little flutter thing. So I would add like a little visual or sound effect or something to show that you're doing a little flutter thing, and that'll help clue people into the fact that there's a separate action going on there, and then they might be able to figure out the fact that they could do this where they jump and then fall a bit and then press the button again and do a little flutter. Because I wouldn't have figured that out if I didn't just like accidentally do that. What else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I was talking about coyote time. Excuse me. I'm not taking this particularly seriously in terms of trying to complete this, but I guess we're trying to get all of the numbers, and it said something about getting bonus for, I think if you get the same one several times in a row or something. What is this floating thing anyways? I don't know what that is. There's no other buttons, is there? This thing is weird. It kills you, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. I can't really parse what that's supposed to represent visually there. Looks like we have a little arrow at the top right that's pointing towards what I assume to be cards. It looks like it points... It doesn't point the arrow at the cards, it points the angle relative to me, I believe. So that's... I'm not sure if that's better or more misleading than just pointing directly at the cards. Might be nice to just point at the cards. That thing just shot straight up. I wonder why it would do that. Okay, so it's doing like an angle it can't actually shoot down. So I guess it doesn't care if you're below or above it. It has the same behavior. Interesting. Alright, yeah, so I know I did... Oh, that's weird. Apparently you can collide with the cards but not pick them up if you're not high enough to get on that platform. I don't know how this works. Oh, you can press this over and over again. That's gotta be a bug, right? Wait. Oh no, okay. I think there's some point at which it kind of gives up, makes you fall, but you can use that over and over again. Which I think must be a bug, because you can kind of just float around. I don't know, it's not, it's kind of fun to be able to do that, so maybe you just want to keep it that way. But yeah, I don't know what was with the collider on that. I think it was a 5 card or whatever. I'm not paying a lot of attention to the bullet things, which is why I'm just like randomly jumping into the bullets. But I think it would be nice if you had some kind of a visual that they're preparing to shoot, especially like right before the bullet comes out. Just, you know, some kind of a little a tell that, or a telegraph that it's going to shoot the bullet, and then it'll help the player a bit. Like when they see that coming, then they'll have something to react to, because it's a bit hard to react once it's already coming out. You know, if you're doing like, especially if you're kind of up close and you just like jump and then the bullet's just right there. Obviously, it's not that hard to kind of be more conscientious about it and just like sit there and wait for it to shoot and then time your jump and avoid the bullet. But if you're just kind of doing it a little bit more haphazardly, like I've been doing, where I'm just kind of talking and not paying attention as much. If you're just being a little more haphazard, it's really easy to just kind of like randomly jump into those. And in my opinion, it would just feel better if you could avoid that and not have to just slow down as much. I guess that would be the way I would put it, because it's really kind of easy to end up with the kind of obstacles and enemies where you almost sort of have to, once you see them, you sit and like watch them for a moment so you can wait for their thing to happen and then you jump. And for someone playing this, it could be really, I guess I quit the game just hitting the buttons. It can be really easy to just kind of get impatient with that and just not want to wait around and time things. You just want to go and like play the game. So if you could do little things to help the player to not have to play the game too slowly, that can help. I gotta run this again. Alright, I believe we're back in the game. I'm gonna try game A again. I haven't tried game B yet. I'll maybe try that next time. So let's see if I can maybe complete this. Try to focus a little more and like actually do things. I don't know what the floating things are. Maybe they're just points. I don't know what it's representing. I don't know. Well, I guess there's more to the left. I don't know which direction should I even go. Apparently we can do the flutter over and over again, and I think you could actually like get some height, maybe? Yeah, you can get height like this. If you do it with the right timing. Oof. Bit tight though. Come on, this is like... Oh crap. It's like bomb jumping in Super Metroid. Alright, got a 9, I got a 3. I don't know how I got up here before, but I can do this. I don't believe I did that before, so I don't know how I jumped up there. That's kind of weird. So yeah, it seems like there's something... It's kind of weird how that works. There's something... Well, I guess it sort of makes some sort of sense, but apparently you can't collect the cards until you're like actually above the platform and land on top of it. So I guess maybe the idea is that maybe the developer noticed that you could kind of jump without making it up on the platform and grab the card that was on it just by colliding with it, and didn't want that or something. Feels weird in my opinion. It feels like it's sort of like a unusual sort of rule. It's not really intuitive. I kind of expect if you collide with it, then you collide with it, but that's okay. So I'm kind of abusing this flutter thing. I don't know. Like, I can't just do a normal jump to get up here. I don't really understand how this is meant to work aside from abusing this thing. Seven. So I think there's more below me that I haven't gotten, but I'm like going up here. I didn't really have like a sense of direction, like where I should go first, so I went to the left. So I don't know, maybe there's gonna be an end, but I just didn't get all the cards and I'll have less points or something. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work. Okay. Or maybe I have to get all the cards, so this kind of feels like it's an end of sorts. Oh, yep, we're doing blind jumps downwards now. That kind of looks like a shoe. Like a boxing shoe. Wait, why am I... Do I have a double jump now? Maybe I got a double jump from picking up the shoe or something? But... Oh. Okay, now I can't do the flutter jump anymore. It's a heart. What the heck is that? Alright. I see you. Alright, very very retro. Interesting. Alright. I mean, apart from how jarring it is that the player and the camera snaps instantly to the end here, this is kind of fun. It's a little bit slow, maybe. Ah, is that gonna kill me? I'm amazed that didn't kill me. I'm also amazed how pathetic that jump I just did was. I don't know why I went so low. Do I still have all the cards that I picked up on the left here? I think so. I don't see any over here. There's one up there. This one's here. Oh my gosh, sometimes you move. You seem to pick up a lot of speed horizontally while you're like jumping around or something, and then you just kind of zoom. Oh my gosh, that was sketchy. I don't really know what's going on there, where it doesn't seem like you can always move that fast, but sometimes I go really fast. So I'm not sure, maybe there's a little bit of a bug or something in there that's just not very obvious, kind of subtle. Not sure if I'm just imagining that, or I don't know, can you like double tap to run or something? Is that a thing? Oh. Yeah, it definitely feels like it accelerates sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's while you're walking. Maybe it's while you're running, you can kind of speed up and then you don't accelerate when you're in the air. And like once you land, you start kind of accelerating. It's like really gradual, but then it kind of picks up, so it's not like an instantaneous thing, which makes it more subtle. And then it like all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I'm going faster than I thought. So it's kind of throwing me off here. I don't really know. Anyways, let's see if I can get this guy. Shoot, that's annoying. So it seems like it's kind of like landing. It's making a landing sound all of a sudden, and then it's like I lose the flutter jump ability. Okay, here we go. What the devil? Oh my gosh, those colliders. So yeah, oh my gosh, what the heck? That did not look like I actually touched the guy, so that was a little bit... That sounds so weird. Don't do it. Oh, he got killed by the bullet? I think he got shot. That was silly. So like I guess I gather that you can pick up some kind of items that kind of change your abilities a bit. And this thing up here like turned blue. I don't know what I'm picking up here. There we go, I guess. What else was I gonna say? Oh, the collider. Oh, bleh. The colliders. All right. Only got 24 this time. I don't really know how that works. It didn't look like I actually touched that flying thing, so I'd be really careful about that. I mean, I don't see any reason why you would have the colliders be bigger than the things themselves. You know, usually I advocate for making them rather smaller, but I think with the maybe with the limitation, what am I saying? The limited resolution of the assets here, you could even just make it the same size. It would probably work fine. But yeah, I would definitely not make the colliders larger than the things themselves, because that can be rather frustrating if you blow up and it doesn't look like you actually touched something. We're trying out the randomized thing. Alright, I still don't know what these items are. This looks very much the same as the last one. Which either means that maybe there's not as much randomization implemented as is intended, or maybe it means that there's some other element of like what's in the level here that's being randomized. I don't know. Just kind of feels the same to me. Maybe the cards are different or something, but it looks like a strawberry. Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh, well here's this boot thing, so I'm kind of confused. I don't know if... I don't really know what is like the intended... My guy's still up here on the left, the top left, that's interesting. I don't know what the intended way to like actually make these jumps is, because it seems like this flutter thing, it's not intended. It seems like a bug, and even if it wasn't a bug, it's not something I would expect that people would just naturally do. So I'm still confused about like how you're supposed to actually make these jumps. I feel like the boot thing is a nerf. It seems like it's meant to give you like a double jump, but it's like weaker than this. So it skips some of the stuff down there again. It doesn't... I can't see what's going on here. Is that a gun thing? Little red pointy bit. I landed on it. What is going on? Oh, I got something. I picked up something up there. I don't know why the camera isn't going up there anymore. No. Oh. Alright, we got double jump. Double jump is less annoying because it's like a lot faster, but it's quite wimpy, and it looks like there's a lot of jumps that you still can't really make with this thing. Oof, it feels real wimpy by comparison. Art. Oh, I thought it... Okay. I walked off, got the heart, tried to jump again, and I couldn't. So I think maybe the double jump. Yeah, I think the double jump requires that you actually jump off the surface. So this is the thing I would suggest changing. So to me, it's very intuitive that if you have something like a double jump, that you can trigger it anytime you're in the air. So even if you just run off a ledge and then press the button, it should still work. I definitely expect that to still work. Seems to work that way with this flutter jump thingy too. So that, apparently you can run into the side of these platforms. Sometimes. Maybe there's a bug. Definitely looked like I just ran into the side of the platform and fell down. Okay, yeah, it definitely seems like the colliders are like way too big. So I think I can just keep going. How long until out of memory? No. We are not gonna do that. I'd probably die old age. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any much else that we're gonna find to test out here. But what we've got here, it's pretty basic platforming, which is cool. I mean, platforming is inherently pretty fun if you can kind of nail the controls and stuff. I think there's some room for improvement there in terms of... Oh, hitting the side again there. So yeah, there's some bugs and stuff here and there, but also, in my opinion, the inertia is kind of weird. Like, it feels... Maybe it's okay at first, but I think just the length of time you keep accelerating is the thing that kind of gets me the most. Because the first moment or two when you start accelerating, it's like, okay, that feels fine, and then like after like a second or whatever, it's like suddenly you're still accelerating, and it's like, whoa, why am I picking up that much speed? And it feels like it's kind of awkward, and apparently it doesn't work the same in the air, so it makes it like even more misleading. Because the horizontal because you don't accelerate while you're holding left or right in the air, so it's like it takes a bit until you realize, like, okay, when I land I can suddenly like start to pick up a lot of speed all of a sudden. It's quite unexpected. In any case, so I would suggest kind of cutting that, like, the length of time you're accelerating here like in half or something. Like the first half of your acceleration seems like it's good for what you need. I don't know if you want to do... You're thinking of doing like a Mario thing where you kind of... You hit a top speed and you get a little speed boost, like the P meter that's in Mario 3 or something. If that's something you're going for, I would add some kind of feedback that something like that is happening. You got some bullets coming from off screen. I'm not sure how common that is. But yeah, so that and figure out what you want to do with this flutter jump thing, because I don't quite understand that. I think those are the biggest things that I would say would be my personal suggestions. But yeah, it's a start to something here. It's very NES. It's kind of charming. So I'm curious, like, what else you have planned here. But hopefully you found this video useful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.